Previously on Power Reviews.
You were sent by Hexagon to infiltrate Alphabet Soup, which crossed over into our world through an unstable interdimensional rift. It's morphin' time.
Phantom Ranger.
Teleportation and invisibility. Comes with the suit.
You are really good at these impressions.
Heard you took down 6 of our people single-handedly. Same for T Alpha and T Beta.
The trans-dimensional tear from the hallway.
Alphabet Soup is back in town.
I still can't believe you're going back there.
Monitoring guy, right now. I think we have another tear.
I'll teleport in and out before anyone even knows I was there.
Not this place. No one gets in or out of there without clearance. I have a strategy.
Ooh, are those bananas? I told them ghosts were real!
You must have given him enough sedative to knock out a galactabeast.
Ready to go to work?
Let's do this.
And now, Database Rangers Power Review.
Greetings, Ranger fans, and welcome to our plan.
Let's do this.
You really sure this is going to work?
Trust me, everything will be fine, but you need to stay in character.
Fine.
But I still say that, invisible or not, people are going to notice that something's wrong.
You clearly don't know Dr. C. This is the same man who consumed an entire pizza's worth of sedatives. No one will notice a thing.
Where did you get that recipe anyway? Bananas?
I wish I knew. My life isn't exactly an open book.
You can say that again.
Now remember, don't speak unless necessary, and just try to stay calm and focused.
Right.
Try and stay calm. Of course. It's not like using an unconscious meat puppet to walk into a secret government organization that's currently trying to rip open the fabric of reality is that big a deal or anything. Just have to try to see the sunny side. You know what they say about every dark cloud? Just gotta think of episode 7 of Power Rangers Super Megaforce. Silver Lining, Part 1. The episode kicks off in the middle of the night, as a mysterious Armada ship crash lands just outside the city limits, much to the concern of Gosei and Tensu.
Something just entered our atmosphere. It's unclear if it landed or crashed.
From out of the ship, a human-looking hand emerges, wearing a silver bracelet, followed by a mysterious figure making its way to the city. Nothing suspicious going on here. Meanwhile, aboard the flagship, Vicar is ranting and raving over the failures of his commanders, insisting that they instead just overwhelm their enemies with a massive army of X-Borgs.
Who needs generals when you have numbers?
We need to cross the cafeteria?
Just stay calm.
Just send in X-Borgs. And who told you you could be taller than me?
So while Vicar is flipping out, Mr. Burley is inspiring his classroom by pointing out all that they have accomplished since the invasion.
Despite the monumental adversity we've faced, we've managed to return to a relatively normal routine.
Oh yeah, totally normal. And while his classmates are quick to thank the Power Rangers for their good fortune, Troy is equally quick to point out,
when it came to rebuilding the rest of the city, who did that? Ordinary people just like you guys.
Note how he didn't include himself in that statement. Great job keeping your cover there, buddy.
Come on, Dr. C.
This moment of normality doesn't last long, though, as the school bell rings and the Rangers learn through their apparently webcam-equipped morphers that Vicar's forces are on the move.
Sorry to interrupt school, but X-Borgs are attacking the warehouse district.
Looks like we're coming up on the first security checkpoint. Just let me do all the talking.
Apparently not seeing the point of morphing before charging into an area full of civilian workers, the Rangers arrive at the warehouse district, but are shocked to see that all the X-Borgs have already been dealt with.
Good evening.
Oh, I guess they all went on break.
Before they have a chance to question any of the workers, Tensu calls the Rangers to another X-Borg attack downtown, once again finding the same results.
Who is doing this?
What are you doing?
Checking the logs.
Oh, good idea.
It's a shame the Rangers aren't that clever, as they once again leave the scene of the attack without questioning a single witness.
Why wouldn't whoever's responsible for this just come forward?
Says the guy with the secret identity.
And who besides us has the power to go toe-to-toe with a platoon of X-Borgs and come out on top?
Says the guy who's just met 2 past Rangers in the past 2 episodes. Anyway, as they head into the brain freeze, Gia gets bumped into by a guy who obviously has no understanding of personal space.
Glad you're okay. I'm sorry again.
Totally still not suspicious at all.
Looks like we're clear. Security staff are the only ones on duty for Sector Omicron. Same for Sector Zeta.
So why aren't there any security staff here?
Don't know, but I don't intend to wait around long enough to find out.
So, to commemorate their complete lack of actually accomplishing anything but ditching school, Troy buys everyone a round of froyo.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you. I'll get it next time, okay? Can I borrow some money so I can get it next time?
But once again, it looks like no froyo for them, as they are called away once more on another X-Borg attack. Only to find out they've completely missed all the action. Again? At least they actually hang around to help out this time, and Emma finally thinks to ask 2 of the witnesses about who has been stealing their thunder.
The Silver Ranger. The Silver Ranger? What?
Silver Ranger?
Come on. There's no such thing.
Really?
I'm just telling you what I heard.
A ghost?
Yeah. Nobody seems straight on whether it's 1 or 2, but I can't tell you how many times someone has tried to convince us that this place is haunted. Pfft, rookies.
So completely aside from the fact this franchise has already seen 2 Silver Rangers in the past, not to mention Titanium, Mercury, and Lunar Wolf, the Rangers still seem skeptical, while the Armada plots out their next move.
Send more X-Borgs! And all of you, stop being taller than me!
We told you, the X-Borgs can't do this alone.
We should send in a commander.
With a new plan.
I have an idea. Let's send in a commander with a new plan.
Genius.
Is he... okay?
He's fine. We should get going.
There's been another attack, this time at the city center. Hope you discover who's taking down X-Borgs.
Hey, what do you know? Tensu and Gosei haven't been visually monitoring the situation. This is my surprised face. So the Rangers race to the scene to find the Armada's newest commander, Gorgax, accompanied by a ticking time bomb made of soda cans.
The prince has had enough of you defeating his X-Borgs, so I've been sent to blow you away!
So not even the bad guys have been keeping an eye on what's been happening to their foot soldiers? Really? Eager to finally get their time to shine, the 5 Rangers morph to Megaforce mode, as the X-Borgs play keep away with the time bomb, until they all get fed up with this spicy game of hot potato and activate Super Mega Mode, giving Jake the added edge he needed to grab hold of the bomb. Just in time to throw it back at the X-Borgs and blow them up. Of course, this just leads to another X-Borg attack, bringing today's count up to 5. Never mind, make that 6. Alerting the attention of the Mystery Man, practicing stick twirling near the crashed ship, and leading to the super speedy arrival of the surely completely unrelated Silver Ranger.
Stay back! I'll take care of this!
Which they do, for some reason, letting him take on the X-Borgs as they stare and speculate.
What is going on?
At the moment, the new guys decimating the enemy forces and spouting implied background exposition left and right.
I won't let you commit your atrocities on this planet too. I'll make sure this world has a chance mine never got. Unfortunately for you, I survived.
So after finishing up the X-Borg legions with his Super Spear Blaster turned Super Silver Spear, he runs off and leaves the rest of the Rangers to deal with Gorgax, who apparently has a secret weapon in store for them.
Alright, here we are. Time for voice print analysis.
Legendary Ranger mode, Lost Galaxy!
Dr. C, grade 7 clearance.
Voice print accepted.
They bust out the trans daggers on Gorgax, but soon discover that his secret weapon just so happens to be a completely impenetrable force field that deflects all their attacks.
Thumbprint accepted.
Now, just a retinal scan, and we'll be inside the shielded zone.
Seeing just how ineffective their assault has been against the monster's shield, Jake decides that enough is enough, and tackles him solo, bouncing away and dropping his Quasar Saber Dragon Dagger on the back of Gorgax's neck, shorting out the collar, generating the shield, and forcing a retreat.
Retinal scan accepted.
Good work. Let's get moving.
The prince is very disappointed with the monster's failure, and although Damaris initially tries to defend their newest commander, he quickly changes his tune once Gorgax is sent out of the room.
I'll go and destroy him now.
But it looks like Vikar can flip-flop with the best of them, and has come up with a plan for how they can take advantage of the shield's newly discovered weakness. Meanwhile, the Rangers discuss the nature of their new potential ally down at the Brain Freeze, with everyone but Gia completely ignoring Shailesh's tattered clothes-wearing new waiter. I guess he'll just hire anyone off the street these days. So after recapping some obvious plot points...
So the collar's what was generating the force field.
It's his protection, but also his weak spot.
The Rangers are called away to battle once more, where they discover that Gorgax's collar has been reinforced, as part of a surprisingly clever ploy to get them to attack it again and blow all 6 combatants to Kingdom Come.
To get the Rangers, you'd sacrifice one of your top commanders?
1. I don't know if I'd really call him one of your top commanders. And 2. Would you prefer that he follow your suggestion and just destroy the guy without defeating the Rangers? On the sidelines, Raggedy Man has picked up that something is off with this battle. And when Jake attempts to attack the exposed weak point, the Silver Ranger quickly intervenes, taking on the monster himself and using his silver spear to flip the booby-trapped collar safely away from everyone.
Why is it so hard to find good help that'll blow up when you want them to?
With the situation neutralized, the Silver Ranger takes this opportunity to finish off the monster with a surprisingly brutal Super Mega Final Strike.
And my vengeance begins. Man, does that feel good!
But despite this clear declaration of mental stability, the other Rangers remain skeptical.
If he was really a ranger, wouldn't Ghosty have told us?
What is wrong with you?
Sorry. Something funny with, never mind.
Finally cornering him long enough to ask, the Rangers demand that the new Silver Ranger reveal his identity, and Gia is shocked to discover that it's, surprise surprise, that raggedy guy whose face we've never seen before now. And that's the end of our episode. So, what did I think of it? Well...
Have you been watching Power Rangers inside your head again?
What? No! What would make you say that? Alright, fine, I admit it. But you wanted me to keep calm, right?
I suppose that it's fine. Sir Screams-a-Lot was the last agent in the sector, and I just ran Kay's new looping algorithm through the monitoring systems. Just like you, we should be invisible now.
By the way, don't you worry about fingerprints on all this stuff?
Of course. That's why I got rid of mine a long time ago. Now let's get the good doctor here back to his lab and wrap this thing up.
Right.
So I guess I'll just ask, what did you think of the episode?
Actually, it wasn't too bad. In a lot of ways, the new Silver Ranger's introduction is an admirable homage to many of the 6 Rangers of the past. His clearly alien origins already tie him in with the speedy and mysterious Gold Zeo Ranger, last of his kind Shadow Ranger, and blonde-haired vengeance-driven Mercury Ranger. He appears to be a bit of a lone wolf, much like Titanium, Quantum, and Lunar Wolf Rangers, but still has ties to the Ranger's hangout spot like the White Dino Ranger did. He's even introduced, already in super mode, like the Jungle Fury Spirit Rangers. And of course, his unseen, off-screen intro battles are very reminiscent of yours truly. The episode itself, though, did feel kind of super mega padded. I mean, not only did we have at least a half a dozen X-Borg attacks, which obviously got a bit repetitive, but a ton of the supposed mystery could have been easily resolved if either Gosei or the Armada had actually bothered paying attention to the first 3 attacks. Or if the Rangers hadn't waited until the 3rd attack to question any one of the clearly visible witnesses. Plus, once the Armada actually does switch up their strategy to high explosives, it's defeated the same way both times. Overall, though, it's clear that the point of this episode is to build up the Silver Ranger reveal so that it can be followed up on in Part 2, and the pacing issues are largely a result of trying to draw out that suspense with middling success. However, it is an interesting change-up from the last 5 episodes, due to the choice to focus on a reoccurring trope rather than on a specific past season. Unless, of course, you count the use of Lost Galaxy Legendary Mode. Come to think of it, that reminds me. Are the Galactabeasts really that obscure where you come from?
Well, they did only come to Earth that one time.
I guess that's true. I just always figured that the Space Rangers would have relayed some details of their time on Terra Venture.
What are you talking about?
When they teamed up with the Galaxy Rangers.
As far as I know, only the Red Rangers of those two teams have ever worked together, and that was on a mission to the moon.
Really? That whole thing with them traveling to Terra Venture to fight the resurrected Psycho Rangers? News of that never made it to Hexagon?
No, it didn't. But we'll have to share intel on that later. And on whatever this Terra Venture is. We're here.
You've never heard of Terra Venture? Giant space colony. Thousands of people. Crash landed on Miranoi's moon after passing through a couple interdimensional rifts. 2 of them?
Is that going to be a problem?
Hopefully not. I'll just have to work fast.
Alright then. Let's put them down over there and get to work.
Right. Glad
that part's over. What was that?
If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it's one of Dr. C's ghosts. All the more reason to get out of here quickly.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Preparing to deactivate stabilizers and upload Dr. K's program. If we do this right, it should look like the Terrors overloaded the systems and collapsed on their own, and nothing in the new data should give them any reason to believe that this would be a viable option for the future.
Sounds perfect.
Ready with the wireless interdimensional interface mobile off-site transmission equipment?
Yep, got the Wiimote right here. Kay did a great job with this thing.
Ready, and deactivating stabilizers. Now.
Let's seal these things up. Got it. What? Guy, look out!
T-Alpha. Beta?